Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Well, let's take a look at some of the stocks on the move today. We're joined by Bloomberg, Natalia Kenijevic. Natalia, what are you looking at?
Yeah, let's guys start with AMD. I know you will be talking about AI infrastructure, and this is also an important part of this puzzle. So AMD shares were downgraded at Jefferies. Analysts are saying that it will be more difficult for the company to compete with NVIDIA, and the gap is expected to widen in the next couple of years. It is also important that this is overall the 8th downgrade that we've seen so far this year. Wow. Analysts are getting more and more pessimistic on AMD. And then during the last earnings season, AMD provided really disappointing earnings results. We also saw that NVIDIA itself is down today. And as one source told me yesterday, every piece of information erodes sentiment across big tech stocks, and especially when it comes to AI infrastructure. And yesterday, of course, we know that TD Cowen said that Microsoft is planning to walk away from some of these data center projects.
Mm-hmm. And, when we're thinking about tech, I'm seeing also in the story that you're referencing that we had Jefferies saying that street estimates still seem too high for AMD. That's really interesting, especially on a year-to-date basis. I'm seeing AMD shares down about 12% this year, NVIDIA down 16%. But really interesting when you're thinking about the outlook. Yep. What else are you watching?
Yeah, so I'm also watching Jefferies. Shares extended declines on Thursday. Earnings came below expectations. We also saw one downgrade. Morgan Stanley downgrade. The stock lowered price target to $75 from $81. Revenue overall slipped 8.4%, and a bigger decline was seen across asset management revenue, down 30%. The company said that it really has seen difficult environment across different investment strategies. This is also an important piece of this puzzle because this is an early read for bank earnings results, which we expect in April.
Right.
How about General Motors here?
Yes, of course, car makers are front and center today. It's also important to look at every single stock specifically, which one will be more or less exposed. That is why our team, stocks team, is doing a really great job in putting together on analyst comments. I think the most interesting, of course, came from Wedbush. Dan Ives is saying that the price of cars can jump by $5,000 to $10,000 for some cars. He's saying that General Motors and Ford in particular can get many parts and do some production outside the U.S., such as in countries like Mexico, and these countries companies will be under pressure. At the same time, Bernstein saying that Tesla and Stellantis can be better positioned.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.